Okay, there you go. Go ahead.
Great. I'd like to call to order the Indigenous Commission meeting on October 9th, 2025 at 11:04 a.m. And we got roll call next. Rose, could you do roll call, please?
Commissioner Kadiai? Commissioner Kadiai? Oh, she's here. Commissioner Curley? I don't see her. Commissioner Co-Chair Lance?
Here.
Co-Chair Zavala?
Here.
And Commissioner Francis?
Here.
Commissioner Hosky is excused absence today. And then Commissioner Moana?
Here.
Commissioner Marks is excused today. Commissioner Marshall? I don't think she's here. And back to you.
Okay, we'll move on to the land acknowledgement. Would any of the commissioners be so kind as to volunteer to read that for us? Please jump right in. Anybody?
I can read it.
Thank you.
This is Commissioner Francis. Thank you, Commissioner Lance. The Flagstaff City Council humbly acknowledges the ancestral homelands of this area's Indigenous nations and original stewards. These lands, still inhabited by Native descendants, border mountains sacred to Indigenous peoples. We honor them, their legacies, their traditions, and their continued contributions. We celebrate their past, present, and future generations who will forever know this place as home.
Great, thank you. We shall move on to public comment. At this time, any member of the public may address the commission on any subject within their jurisdiction that is not scheduled before the commission on that day. Due to open meeting laws, the commission cannot discuss or act on items presented during this portion of the agenda. To address the commission on an item that is on the agenda, please wait for the chair to call for public comment at the time the item is heard. Is there any public comment at this time that is not on the agenda? Okay, no comment. We shall move on to item number 4. The approval of minutes. Minutes will be on the next meeting date. So we will move on to item 5, general business. November 6, 2025, the IC meeting. Staff liaison Tohi requests rescheduling the IC meeting to November 13th due to not being available on November 6th. So I believe we're going to need to vote on this. Is there a motion to approve? Okay.
Yes, there needs to be a motion and then a second and then a vote.
Okay.
I will be at a conference that week.
All motion.
Great. That sounded like Commissioner Moana.
Yep.
Okay. Can we get a second?
I'll second Commissioner Zavala here.
Great. Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. Thank you. Any opposed?
We need one more yes.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. We didn't vote. I don't think I heard Commissioner Francis.
You did. I said aye.
Okay. And,
Maybe aye.
oh, okay. Then it was you co-chair Lance.
Okay.
Sorry.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, we shall move on to item 5, general business. Oh, no, We just did that. Sorry. Jumping ahead. So we got item number 6, update on Indigenous Peoples Day celebration. The IC will be given an update on the Indigenous Peoples Day celebration and discuss any pending tasks. Is it Commissioner Co-Chair Zavala who has the update?
I can if you'd like, Rose.
Yeah, we can all jump in. We have 3 of our planning committees here, Commissioner Zavala and also Commissioner Francis, and with some support from Commissioner Co-Chair Lance.
Yeah, I'll let you kick it off then, Rose, and then I'll follow suit with like vendors and sponsors and things like that.
Okay. So we are, hold on, let me get this person in.
Start working on the Volvo, so.
All right.
Or I just buy Timmy a new car and say, screw it. She can get her.
Excuse me, can you
This is
mute
where-
yourself?
I told her, since
Marietta?
we're planning on having.
Thank you. All right, we are planning the Indigenous Commission, I'm sorry, the Indigenous Commission, boy, I'm having a day today. The Indigenous Peoples Day celebration on October 13th, which is coming up on Monday. The city does have a holiday for all employees. But this will happen on the day of Indigenous Peoples Day. And we just had a proclamation read this past Tuesday from our council member Matthews read our proclamation. So that was very nice. And we are looking forward to that day. Everything is set. Our theme is from policy to prosperity, Indigenous leadership in a changing landscape. It'll be at the Elks Lodge, and you have all the information. I had sent that out, and you are welcome to share with anybody you'd like. We also, everything is set, like I said, we're going to be opening the sessions at 9:00, and we will be ending around 2 p.m. So all these people are pretty much doing everything on volunteer basis. The only thing that the city will be covering will be the let's see here, the powwow, the Pine Country Powwow Society. They are all students at NAU, so we'll be covering their fee that they asked for, and that will be $250. Vice Mayor Garland is traveling on her own, as well as all others. Miss Hopi is also going to make an appearance with her attendant, and then everybody else is traveling at their own expense. We have the business panel. They're all volunteering their time, and we'll be talking about all the different things that they're involved with. So that is, and then our food is being sponsored, and Mariah will cover that. Commissioner Zavala will cover that. And everything is good to go. And we are very appreciative of all our sponsors as well. So we'll go ahead, and if you have any questions, we can also address those at the end of our update. So Commissioner Zavala.
You got it. Thanks, Rose. We'll start with how we did sponsors this year. So just from a timing perspective with getting a save the date and agenda and us being able to plan that way, it was a little more tricky to get folks to commit as like a title sponsor or anything like that. And so we got creative with funding, and it is really awesome to see our community show up. So we had already planned on charging about $40 a booth, 10 booths, $400, but I went ahead and offered anybody could sponsor and donate, right, from $100 to $500 and have their logo up. And let me pull up the sheet. Of the 11 tables that we have, we just squeezed one in, last one yesterday that I'll touch on here shortly. Of the 11 tables, 3 sponsored over the $100 level. And then my company and 2 other companies sponsored it over it. And our last sponsor ended up just doing a full $300 donation to get us over the $1,000 mark we needed for lunch. And so collectively, I believe we raised about $1,100 or $1,200. I'll have a final count today, which was really neat. So that's why we have so many logos on there, and it really incentivized our community members to show up and be able to support that way. So that's how we're paying for food, which will be provided by Madeline Benali's family. We're paying them to have enough food there for 100 Indigenous tacos with options for vegetarian and meat. Americana Hotel is a sponsor because they donated rooms for Miss Hopi and her first attendant and her chaperones without any expectations, which is great. So they'll probably attend, and we'll maybe give them a few minutes to say who they are. But I thought that was really generous that they were able to do that. And because we had one more table that wanted to join Change Labs, and we have the space there to have up to 12 tables. I think 10 just felt like a good number. We now have an extra $200 to be able to pay for coffee. So I'm finalizing an invoice with Mine Wins Coffee to have coffee for at least 75 to 100 people that morning of. And then we'll be set. So that's where we are for sponsorships and food. And either I or Cheryl Lee will work on creating a sheet with just like all the different sponsors' logos, because we had a deadline for folks that were sponsoring to provide their logos. So Cheryl Lee could put it on this agenda that she beautifully put together and worked really hard on. And so hoping that we can make another sheet with literally just all the logos thrown on to acknowledge them, and find some time during lunch or in between programs to give them shout outs and make sure people know that they supported the event and were able to help gather the $1,200 we needed to make it happen.
Thank you, Co-Chair Zavala. The other venue that we'll be paying for is the other cost is the facility, and that is $538 plus change, and that is so the Elks Lodge was able to give Commissioner Francis a good discount, so that was good. In the past, I think we've paid like around $900, $700. So now it's down to $500 because of the efforts of Commissioner Francis. And then she was also very, very responsible for just getting the agendas done, the save the dates done. So that was really a lot of volunteer time from her. Again, some of the donations that we're getting, the city will be bringing all the water, and then our commissioner, Darren Lance, will be donating from his company the other drinks, which is, like the teas, the sparkling water and sodas. So that will be coming for lunch. And then great news on coffee. So that's great. So that's going to be there. And then also Commissioner Francis is also donating from her business all the plates and the utensils that are needed to be eating. So those are all covered. Thank you so much. The only things I'll be doing on top of ours is to do some honoring baskets for our for Vice Mayor Garlett, and also Raphael. Is it Tapia?
Tapia.
Tapia. Yeah, you had it.
Tapia. Yeah. So we're gonna do an honoring baskets for those two speakers. So thank you for that. And then the businesses are going to be highlighting what they're doing for our community with the businesses they have. So that'll be awesome. Appreciate all the help. And also, Mariah, I just wanted to confirm, do we need to have ICF logo on here as well?
We could, I guess, to say thank you for funneling the funds, but they paid $40 for 2 tables. So they're getting 1 booth for cats and ICF.
Okay. But for helping us out, I think we should probably include their logo.
Yeah, we could throw that on there.
Mhm.
Shirley, if you'd like to share the agenda doc, if you made it out of Canva with me, I don't mind throwing together the sheet of all the logos, if that works, or if you'd like to throw that together too, because I know you have this template. I just want to be sure we have something to print and put out of all of our sponsors, and we can even put like little notes of what it went to, like your company did.
Mhm.
All the plates and silverware and things like that. Darren Lance did drinks, ICF supporting with coordination, or however we'd like to phrase it.
Mm-hmm. I think that would be great. I think just really helping to say thank you through letting our audience know where everything came from would be awesome. Commissioner Francis, did you want to add anything?
No, I think everything has been covered.
Yeah, does anybody have any questions?
I do. This is Co-Chair Lance. You know how last year, during the food, like people brought stuff? Is that still going to happen? I know, you guys just talked about sponsors and getting food. Can people still bring things or no?
We have a family covering. They're going to be cooking the whole meal.
Oh, okay. So we don't have to bring anything.
No.
Okay. All right. Last year there was a lot of different things that were brought. So,
Mhm.
okay.
So all we're doing is the native indigenous tacos,
Okay.
with the fried bread and all the topping. So the Madeline Benali of ICF and her family will be putting that together for the attendees.
Got it.
Commissioner Zavala?
Yeah, thank you for asking, Commissioner Lance. And just to confirm, we won't be doing it potluck style, but you will be bringing drinks.
Yeah.
And so you will bring something to the event. But I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I talked to Maddie earlier this week. Maddie and her family are also going to be serving the food. It will not be self-serve. So they're going to cook everything and then just have people get into a line, make sure we have gloves and things like that, very similar to Indigenous Code Talkers Day that we did. So that way, there's enough for everybody. So they'll be in charge of serving, and they might recruit a couple more volunteers, but she confirmed that her and her family are able to be there and serve the food.
Thank you.
And I told
Any
them to
other-
show up by 11:30 for setup and stuff.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Any other questions? All right. Can you let me know how many of the commissioners that are present will be there? Commissioner Zavala, Commissioner Francis, and Commissioner Lance is going to
Yes.
bring drinks.
I'll be
Okay.
there with drinks.
All right. Sounds good.
Oh, and you'll also be speaking, Commissioner Lance.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I see
right.
Don't
that.
forget, you'll be speaking with me. We'll be talking together. We have your face on there and everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like
We
Facebook.
do.
I think I did that
Not
on
just the
Facebook.
drink guy.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll
You're
have to-
both of you will be doing a welcome as well as introducing, speak about what the Indigenous Commission, what you all do for the city and for the community. All right.
Okay.
So you two can get together on who else is going to be, who's going to be saying what. So that'll be awesome. And then Commissioner Zavala will be in charge of questions for the business panel. So she's going to be sort of facilitating that time.
Okay,
Yes, and I'll send those to you. Sorry about that, Rose.
sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Commissioner Francis, did you have something?
Yes, I just put a question in the chat asking if the meal also includes dessert.
No. Not that I know of.
No, we never discussed dessert as an option, just lunch.
So I nominate Commissioner Lance to bring dessert along with his drinks.
Yeah, I mentioned this to my mother last year. She got all wanting to bring something, so I mentioned it this year, another Indigenous Peoples Day celebration. So she was really wanting to do something, bring something. So I'll mention it.
Oh, that would
Maybe
be
we'll
cool.
maybe we'll bring some wojapi, which is more Lakota. My sister-in-law, she lives down in Phoenix, her and my brother. So whenever we do something like a potluck up here in Flagstaff for our family, she's always bringing that, which is more like a berry. It's like a dessert. Usually serve it with like fry breads, and their fry breads are not like Navajo style, like big and round. They're usually smaller. They're I guess it'd be more of a dessert. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but I could bring
Yeah.
some of that.
Yeah, I did. I have. So that's awesome. We went to South Dakota for Sundance, and there was some of those available. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Say gratitude to your family for us.
Yeah, we can definitely bring that.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Anything else? All right. I think we're ready to move on.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to discussion item 6B, Voices Unheard, Breaking the Silence, a community gathering for prevention, strength, and healing event update. Staff Liaison Tohi and Commissioner Francis will update and share information on the upcoming educational and prevention awareness event.
All right, so we have pretty much everything covered here as well, and we're all set. And we some of the payments we're making is the lodging and the gas expense for our keynote speaker. So we're calling this Voices Unheard, Breaking the Silence, a community gathering for prevention, strength, and healing. So there's two ways to register for this event. One of them is there's an embedded registration on the flyers that we're sending out. Unfortunately, if you post it to social media, the registration won't be able to, you won't be able to click on it. So only through email you can forward this. There's another way where there's a QR code where you can also register, and that's a different. Let's see here. I don't think I brought that up, but that's a different way also to register. So that one you can pretty much post and people can register. So you'll be registering, when you're registering, you'll be registering for the event on the 22nd. And then in there'll be there's questions, and then there'll be towards the end, there'll be an option for, are you also going to register for the two filmings that are going to be happening on the 21st or the 20th and 21st. And then you click either one, or if you're not going to the showings, then you don't need to worry about selecting any of those. So, so the two filmings again are the Shape-Shifting Defense from Hulu. It's a Hulu documentary, and also She Cried That Day. The 20th will be the Shape-Shifting Defense. The 21st will be She Cried That Day, both starting at 5:30. at the Coconino Center for the Arts. So this is the agenda for the 22nd. Excuse me. So we're gonna have Virginia Wadahamaji. She's the executive director of Coconino County Coalition for Children and Youth. She will be our MC. And then we're gonna also start off. We have a little change in the venue. We're gonna start off with the lived experience. So Shirley, you want to go ahead and jump in?
So this, thank you, Rose. This event's going to start off with the lived experience, the story behind this event, and then we're going to go straight to our main keynote, Lynette Grable, who is a subject matter expert in the MMIR, MMIW movement. My understanding is that she had an experience being kidnapped when she was younger. So she brings that story with her. Following her message is Savannah Sanders, who's the executive director of Applejack Ranches. My understanding also is that she was trafficked when she was younger. She has that experience that she's going to be bringing along and telling that story. We have food, box lunches being provided by Coconino Coalition for Children and Youth. So we definitely need to get the word out so we can get a number for those food boxes ahead of time. So as much as you can, please share, even if it's to one, but I'd really like it to be 100 people. Just keep getting it out there. In the afternoon, we're going to have digital safety information from Navajo woman detective Taisha Wood, who's going to bring her 17 years plus experience and speaking about what she's seen in her career, as well as our local detective Bethany Hyde with Flagstaff PD, and her experience and her subject being building trust on the path to justice. These last two amazing women are very, it's very unusual to see women who are in law enforcement at this level, it seems, and to be able to be speakers. It's just so amazing to have that at an event. I've never seen this. The fact that they also represent tribal nations is also impressive and speaks to their passion of why they do what they do. So as we scroll down on this agenda, we have some photos of our speakers. The only person who wished not to be shown, of course, is Taisha. More information on how to register. Again, go to www.elevatevoices, elevate with an 8.info. And then below you will see the bios of the filmmakers. The Shapeshifting Defense was directed by two Native filmmakers, Ramona Emerson and Alex Lazarowicz. Unfortunately, Alex Lazarowicz was unable to attend due to family an emergency that she has, so she will not be coming in from Canada. But Ramona definitely will be coming in from Albuquerque. Ramona is also a famous, famous, at least in Indian country, book author, writes excellent books. I think she has 3 out right now. She had been invited to NA2. Thank you so much, Commissioner Loyompaya. She was invited to NAU a couple of times this past, oh gosh, summer, was it?
If I could hop in
Yes,
for a second.
yes.
I was part of the team that brought her to campus, but she was here, I believe in April, with her new book that came out last fall, Exposure. So we were able to, using grant funding, buy a bunch of her books, both books, and give them out for free. We had events with faculty on campus, with students on campus,
And then we had a public event in the evening, and we were able at all 3 events to give away free books and do signings with her in April. So that was really fun. She's an amazing person. I love her so much. Anyway, sorry, Shirley.
Yes, so that's a testament of who we have as the co-director of this film, which also stars Rose Tohi and a few others here in Flagstaff, Pam Jensen, that are in this film. Next, we have the film She Cried That Day by Amanda Erickson. She's also coming from Albuquerque, and to speak about this story. It surrounds, at least one of them surrounds the a murder had happened in a Gallup hotel, and the Gallup Police Department to this day has never pressed any charges or found the person who did it, even though they know who had committed the crime. And she ends up going across the Four Corners area, obtaining stories from families. So this is something that she very much has a passion for. Her film is actually in the film festival circuit at the moment. So she's actually taking the time to detour to come bring it here to be shown for the first time in a public setting. So I really hope that Flagstaff understands the importance of these types of films coming and the directors who are bringing them. It's so important to, we come from a community that is both a border town and has history, but at the same time, it's going to take both brown and white people, all colors, to help address these issues and concerns that we have with this situation with the missing and murdered Indigenous peoples movement. It's going to, like I said, it's going to take everybody to have knowledge, education, and understanding that if it hasn't happened to you, doesn't mean that it's happening to somebody, or maybe it has in some way impacted your life. You know somebody who knows somebody. And so just the more information we have in talking about prevention, awareness, and education, it makes you even a valuable leader in helping others. So that's one of the main purposes of putting on this event. So for now, we can place the email, the website. I'll put the website in the chat if anybody wants to access that. And of course, please, if anybody has any questions, let us know. I also, I should be showing my face. Am I even? There I am. Everybody, I also had just printed off some flyers. We got our flyers printed today. So we'll be posting these around town. It'd be great if anybody else has places or suggestions on where to place some of these flyers. And again, it's not less than 2 weeks away that we're going to have this event, and just as much as we can, please share. I hope to see many of you there. It's conflicting with some of the city official duties that they have that day, but there's been so many obstacles in just accomplishing this day. 3 times it's been moved. We've had complication after complication, but we're just going to push right through it and present what we have. So again, anybody have any questions, please let us know.
Just to hold on a second. Just to let you all know where, as far as expenses are concerned, and also sponsorships. I know that we're also going to highlight some of those for the city. We'll be paying lodging for the keynote speaker, like I said, and her gas cost, and then also lunch is being provided by Virginia and her organization, Virginia Watahamaji, and then we're also the city of Flagstaff will be providing all the drinks and all the plates and utensils. For the filming, we might have some snacks, but we're kind of working through that. The venue, we are in the process of getting Coconino County to pay for it, and that's going to be around $1,500 for the 3 days. So those are some things that we're able to get for people to help out. So if you if you are wanting to help in any way, just let me know, and we'll go from there. And I know that we're also, I believe, one of the hotels is sponsoring one of the filmmakers, I believe, as well too. So those are some
Yes.
really good things that we're doing, that we're getting together so that we can do this. And just to remind everybody, all this is happening in our community. You know, sometimes we feel like we're really safe from certain things, but it's happening to our people here in Flagstaff. And I think one of the things that we just want to make sure is that there is education out there. We don't want people to be isolating themselves, that they need to know what they need to do to get certain things, certain steps accomplished. And some of those things are not even known to them, even though they might contact somebody for help. They might not know all the things that they need to know to go through the systems that would be helping them. And also, one of the things that we're also going to highlight is just some of the pitfalls, the gaps that do exist, and how do we bridge those things? Because we don't want our people to be anybody, not just our Indigenous people, but anybody to be statistics in the missing and murdered, um, um, missing and murdered statistics. And so, which is one of the main reason why this event is happening. So I just want to highlight that. And I know that when you share, we're also going to have some peer advocates that are going to be there to help out with people who might be triggered. So we're really thankful for some of the tablers who have resources like that are going to help us out. And if you know of other people from this commission that might be helpful on that day, on the 22nd, we'd like for you to reach out, and so that we can make sure that you're whoever you recommend or talk to can be available that day to help, because we do need help on that side.
Rose,
Yeah.
just to add on top of that, yes, we do have peer response advocates that will be standing by with the help from Jennifer Runge from Victim Services of Northern Arizona, and from Northland Family Services. They both been contacted. They both will have resource tables. I've asked them if they can also share other resources that would be interested or should know about this subject. There are a few names that I've come across, especially on the tribal sides. It's just trying to find who they are, how to contact them. And I just have these phone numbers, but no emails. In names such as, Tuba City Family Health Services, the shelter services. There's the Hopi Domestic Violence Program. There is the Navajo Nation's Crisis Center, Fort Defiance Family Advocacy, Sexual Assault Services, New Mexico area of Navajo Nation. I just don't have that information. I don't know how to get a hold of them. So if anybody here has a way to send this information out, that would be helpful. One other thing is just to acknowledge Embassy Suites is a sponsor of our hotels. Thank them very much. And also for our printing, the UPS store on 4th Street has been very supportive in what in this program and in this event, that we're putting on. So that says a lot. And lastly, again, if anybody knows of additional sponsors or something that can go towards, I really would like on those movie screening evenings to have maybe some little finger foods or something to accompany the film, or just to network afterwards so people are talking. If you're available for that or know of people who would like to sponsor that, please let us know. And we're just going to keep moving forward. So those were the last things I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? I think I had Councilmember Matthews. Did you have your hand up for a little bit?
Sorry about that. Thought I had it on silence. I did, and I know I just didn't pay attention to it when we had the flyer up, but I'm so bummed out that we have the city manager selection process those days, because I want to see, hear from all the presenters and see the movies. So I think, if I remember, the movies will be shown in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
They will be the days prior on Monday and Tuesday evenings from 5:30 to 8:30.
Okay, I missed that. Okay, good. All right, that's all I had to say. I was just, hearing just kind of the backstory of the presenters and the lived experiences and stuff. It's just, it's going to be such a emotional and moving and meaningful time. So I'm going to be sad to miss parts of it for sure, but I'll do what I can. But thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Councilmember Matthews. And I'm just really, really thankful for you to keep bringing the event back, up at City Council. I know you announced it several times, and I really appreciate that. And I know that you're supportive, and I know you would be there if you could. And I'm sad that it just happened to be scheduled on that day as well. But when we talk about, as Indigenous people, we talk about how certain things have their own energies, and some of this stuff is, the energy of this is like fighting back. They don't want people to know that there's help and that people are concerned. And so it's, with the 3 times that we had to reschedule and the venue situations, and then also some of the situations we had with speakers, not to mention other things that don't need to be said. It's just one of those things that has an energy that is really oppositional, but we're pushing through it, and we're going to get it done. And hopefully next year, when we do something else, we can make it bigger and more, have more people involved.
I totally agree about the energy and stuff, but not giving up pushes through. So I think it'll be a very well attended event, and the information and the word will come out. So that's going to be my intentions pushing this forward.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, back to you. I think if there's no other questions, it'll be back to you, Co-Chair Lance.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing all that information. Definitely myself, always looking for something to do, whenever these kind of events come up, like I would see them on Facebook, like Indigenous Peoples Day. I just put that on my Facebook this morning. I will also share this other one, the Voices Unheard. That's pretty interesting. I'd love to be able to be a part of that and check it out and spread the word, people to attend. We'll move on to item 7, informational items, from commissioner members, staff, and future agenda item requests. Does anybody want to share any from the commission, or anybody out there? Okay, I guess we can call it an early day. Our meetings have been running a little bit longer these last few, so. Oh, looks like Co-Chair Zavala got her hand up.
Sorry, I was too slow. My computer is being too slow. Just the Girls on the Run 5K is coming up on November 1st at Buffalo Park. If anybody wants to have a sparkle station alongside, those are free if you want to talk about events or give out swag to the girls who will be running between ages 8 to 13 for that 5K. If you want to volunteer, or if you just want to come hang out, it'll be really fun. I'll be the MC, and we're partnering with NACA to have some cultural shares and do an opening prayer and things like that. So come out and check it out that day. And then November 8th, we'll be doing something, another 5K, but over in Camp Verde. And those are, I think, all the announcements I have right now.
Those are events you usually share on your Facebook, right?
Yes,
those kind of
sir.
stuff. You are very informative. You got a lot. You always got a lot of events you're involved in, so that's always good to see.
Oh,
Okay.
and I had one more. I'm so sorry, Mona. Before we go, I just joined the Flagstaff Women's Leadership Network Steering Committee. I was pretty hesitant to join because I didn't feel it was always super inclusive, and not because of malice or anything. I think they just didn't have the right people to do outreach, and so they invited me to join, and I'm hoping to gather more Indigenous speakers, people of color, folks from different backgrounds and different industries. So if you're interested in speaking at this event, it's a pretty informal networking group that meets up at Mother Road the second Monday from 4 p.m. to like 6:30 p.m. or 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. I've already put some of your guys' names in the hat. And it would be great to just see more of our people in those space and getting to talk about their stories. It's more about sharing about resilience and who they are as humans, not a space really to do like a sales pitch and talk more about work, but just celebrating the women in our community. So if anybody's interested or knows other super awesome folks who identify as women that would like to be part of that event, please come by. It's super fun and it's super free.
That's great. Commissioner Moana?
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly just announce 2 events that we're having on campus at NAU for Indigenous Peoples Day. That's why I won't be at the event for the commission. But the first is a Indigenous Peoples Day sunrise ceremony. That is on Monday from 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. for those who would like to participate in a morning ceremony, sunrise and prayer. That will be happening over at the Center for Native American and Indigenous Futures, formerly the Native American Cultural Center. 6:30 to 8:30. There will be breakfast and all are welcome. So please come if you would like to. The second one is a community lunch on Indigenous Peoples Day. Again, that's at the center across the street from the library where I am, from 12 to 2 p.m. And that'll be a lunch and just sharing and being in community with everyone.
Great, appreciate that. Is there a way do you got a Facebook?
I
Or
do, but I don't
Instagram or
share
something?
a whole lot out there. I'm kind of private with my socials. But I can share the information with Rose and she can send it out. And then there's flyers that are attached. And if you look at the Center for Native American and Indigenous Futures, CNAF, they have social medias and they've posted this information to their pages as well.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of, talk about wanting to get people to attend and stuff, and I'm all about that. Like half the time I don't even know what's going on. Like I'm looking at Facebook for stuff because I got friends who post things and that's how I get it. Like I'm so busy at work. That's really my social besides meeting customers and all that out there. But that's my main outlet of how to see things, what's going on is Facebook. I'm not much of an Instagram. I got one, but it's just that's how I see a lot of things out there. So I'd definitely share it if you were to put something out there or share it like with email or something.
I'll see if there's a Facebook post about it and I can share that out with Rose to share it with everybody.
Okay. All right. Well, it looks like we can move on, right, Rose? We can adjourn the meeting.
Yeah, if there's no more announcements, yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining today. We'll adjourn the meeting 11:54 a.m. October 9th, 2025.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good seeing
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank
Bye.
you. You guys,
Thank
we'll see you
you.
Monday for those who are
Bye.
coming. Thank you. Cheryl Beans. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me undo this recording.